Hello students, welcome to Business Studies class. Today I'll be taking up chapter 1, that is Nature and Significance of Management. Nature and significance of management. So in this chapter, we'll be covering the topics of concepts of management, the characteristics of management, objectives, importance, the nature of management as regard management as an art, science, profession, and also the levels of management and an essence of management, which is coordination, its characteristics and importance. So let me start with the concept which involves the meaning and definition of management. Meaning of management. So before directly going to the meaning, in generally, what does management mean? Okay. Now you can see in the word management, you have the three first words, which is man. So we can say management is something relating to a man, a person or an individual. Let me go to the real life situation now. What is the world is facing, that is pandemic COVID-19. Okay. You see the world is affected. You have all the countries there involved. How is it being managed? Okay. Who are the persons who are managing this to prevent it, eradicate or combat the pandemic? Okay. So we have at the helm, at the top, the WHO, and they have the MHA in India, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, who are indulged in framing plans, decision making, and also giving out the guidelines, instructions, so that we can combat pandemic. We have a number of people there involved. As I told, the authorities, we have the ministers, the government, we have the doctors and the nurses who are attending the patients. We have the police who are controlling the crowd during the relaxation period, and we also have the NGOs helping out in supplying the essentials to the needy. Now, all these individuals are working as a group with a common goal, having a common goal, that is eradication of pandemic. So I just want to connect this to management. So management is a group activity. It is a process which is aiming at achieving the goals effectively and efficiently by getting the work done. So management is the process where the things are done through and by the people for achieving the goals efficiently and effectively. So the management is defined as the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. So this is the management exact meaning. So we have here the three terms: getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. We have a term called as process, a term effectively and a term efficiently. Okay. Now what is this? These are the three important terms which gives the exact meaning of management. Okay. So let me come to the term process. Okay. So process is the primary function. Okay. The primary function which the management performs. Okay. So what is process? Process is the primary function which the management performs. You can say it as the activities which the management performs. So the management has a number of functions, starting with the primary function called as planning. Okay. Then followed by organizing. You have staffing, directing and controlling. So these are the activities which are involved in management. So that is the process. It is an ongoing process. Okay, the process never ends there. Then we have a term called as effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness. So effectiveness, and we have the term called as efficient. Okay. Now what is this effectiveness? Okay. Effectiveness is doing the task at the right time with the minimum cost. Okay. Doing the task or completing the task at the right time at minimum cost. Okay, that is called as effectiveness. Okay. Efficient is doing the task at the right time. Okay. So there is a difference between efficiency and effectiveness. So effectiveness is you do the task at the right time. But efficiency is you're doing the task at the right time at minimum cost. Both are equally important for a management to achieve its goal. Now, for example, efficiency. Okay, a company needs to reach the target of producing 5,000 units in a year. Okay, so the managers direct their employees, subordinates to get the work done with the stipulated period. So they work on double shifts, hire more people, get the work done, produce or reach the target of 5,000 units per year. Target is reached and it is called the manager is being efficient. Now what is efficiency there? Efficiency is you are getting the work done at minimum cost. So there should be reduced use of resources, maybe manpower or material resources. But here a management can be efficient but not effective. Okay. So efficiency and effective should go hand in hand for a management to be successful and earn higher profits. Efficiency will be when you are using lesser resources, lesser manpower, and you reach the target. So efficiency is a kind of cost benefit analysis. There is a cost benefit analysis. There is a relationship between the inputs and outputs, unlike effectiveness. Okay. So these both are equally balanced in a management. Higher the efficiency, higher the profits. But sometimes the management, the organization has to ignore the fact of being efficient so that they reach the target. Use all the possible resources which is there, but see that it is used optimal. Effective utilization of the available resources. Okay, so this is a very important point, the effectiveness and the efficiency. There's a difference between effectiveness and efficiency. So here efficiency is concerned doing the task at the right time at minimum cost, and effectiveness is concerned with, we can say it is concerned with end result. Okay, this is doing the task at minimum cost, this is concerned with the end result. Whatever it is, you get the result. Clear ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲ. Next, I'll go to the definition of management. Definition of management given by Harold Owens and Heinz Weyrich. So here the management definition is given, which says management is the process. Again, they say it is the process management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together efficiently or in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. Okay, so this is the definition given by Harold Owens and Heinz Weyrich. Okay, these are the authors of the management, or the theorists we can say. So as per them, the management definition is, again we say it is a process. So it's not a thing, it is a process, ongoing process of designing and maintaining. Okay, you design an atmosphere or create an environment, you maintain an environment where the individuals, as I've told, management involves man. So it may be an individual or group of people, individuals working together in groups. It is a group activity, so it is called as working together in groups, efficiently accomplish selected aims. Okay, so they are efficiently accomplishing the selected aims. That means they are achieving the organizational goals. So each individual may be coming from different backgrounds with different experiences, having different interest in the organization, but when they are working together, their aim is common. That is accomplishing the selected aims, achieving the organizational goals. So this is the definition. So in the concept, we have covered the meaning of management, which says management is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving the goals efficiently and effectively. The definition given by Harold Owens and Heinz Weyrich, it says management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish the selected aims. So this covers the concept and also the terms regarding the effectiveness and efficiency. Okay, so effectiveness is concerned with end result. Efficiency is concerned with reaching the target, doing the task at a minimum cost. Okay, reduced use of resources and reducing the cost of production. Okay, now next we move on to the characteristics of management. Okay, the characteristics of management. So you have here the 7 characteristics of management. I'll be putting down on the board. So the first one is management is goal oriented. Okay, management is goal oriented. Then it says management is all pervasive. Management is multidimensional. There are 3 dimensions. Management is a continuous process. Management is a group activity. Management is a dynamic function, and management is an intangible force. Okay, so we have the first one. It says management is goal oriented. Then management is all pervasive. Management is multi-dimensional. Multi-dimension you have called as 3D. Okay, that is management of work, 1 dimension. You have management of people. Then the 3rd dimension is management of operation. Then management is a continuous process. Management is a dynamic function. Management is a group activity, and management is an intangible force. Okay, intangible force. So these are the 7 characteristics of management. Management is goal oriented. You have seen in the meaning of management as well as in the definition. People work together with a common aim, that is achieving the goal. So all organizations have some or the other goals. Goals may be different for different organizations, but whatever the goals to be achieved should be simple and clearly stated. Okay, so management is goal oriented. All the organizations have to achieve their goal where the goals stated are simple and clear. Next is management is all pervasive. All pervasive, that means it has a universal applicability. Okay. Universal applicability. Okay. Management, you can see management in all the fields. Okay. All activities the management functions are same. Okay, it may be management required in political situation, political field, social, economic, everywhere you need management. Okay, so management is all pervasive. It has got a universal phenomena, universal applicability. In every field you can see there is management. Next, management is multidimensional. Okay, there are 3 dimensions in management. So it is called as multidimensional. One is management of work, management of people, and management of operation. So whatever the organization is being set up, there should be some work performed. In any organization, there should be some task performed. So for example, if it is a garment factory, there should be production of the garments. So there is some work performed. Management of work, one of the dimension. Okay. Then you have management of people. So management meaning it says it starts with the man. It is involving people. Okay. So here people are coming from different backgrounds with different experiences, having their own interest in the organization. So all these people have to be coordinated. Okay, they have to be directed by the main important person called as manager. All their efforts should be given a common direction to achieve the goal. So management of people is done by the managers in the organization. It is the task of the manager to coordinate the efforts of the individuals towards the achievement of the common goal. Next, you have management of operation. So operation takes place. What is this now? That is simply the transformation of the inputs into outputs with the use of the technology. Okay. In simple words, we say conversion of raw materials into finished goods. So inputs, resources, you get the output through the transformation use of technology, machineries. So this management of operation involves both management of work and management of people. Okay. So management is multidimensional, 3 dimensions: management of work, management of people, and management of operation. Okay. Next, we move on to the next characteristics, that is management is a continuous process. Management meaning itself says it is a process. So it is an ongoing process, there is no end. Once the organization is established, the business is set up, management goes on. Okay. It starts with the primary function of planning. Okay. Planning goes on. It goes on to the next function of organizing, staffing, directing the staff, achieving the goals, controlling. So it is an ongoing process. There is no end for the management. It goes on till the organization decides to wind up their activities. Next, management is a dynamic function. Okay. Management has to adapt itself to the changes taking place in the external environment. Okay. Dynamic, it should be dynamic. Dynamic means easily flexible, easily able to adjust to the changing environment, external environment. You have the external environment, the business environment, which affects the social, political, legal, technological, okay, economical. All these are the external environment which will affect the management process. So management should be in such a way that it is easily able to adjust to the changes taking place in the external environment, mainly the technology. Okay, whenever there is a sophisticated technology, okay, you have to adjust the management, the people in the management, the employees, the manpower, they should be able to adjust to the new sophisticated technology which has been implemented in the organization. Next, management is a group activity. Again, come back to the meaning and the definition. It is involving people. Management is getting things done through or by the people, group of people. So it is relating to a group of people, each individual or directed by the manager and they carry on the work in group. Individuals working together in groups to accomplish the selected aims. So it is a group activity, not an individual's activity. Individuals' interests may be different, but they have a common goal when they are working in the organization. So management is a group activity. Finally, we have management is an intangible force. Intangible. That is, we cannot see management. Okay? We cannot touch management, but management can be felt. How it can be felt? When a company, when an organization reaches the target, sales target, we can feel that, we know it has reached the target. When an employee has the job satisfaction, he is happy in the organization, then management, we can see management. If there is a service rendering industry, the clients, the service provided by the organization, the clients are happy about it. So we can see, we can feel the management is existing. We cannot see, we cannot touch, but we can feel that there is management by the increase in sales, by the employees' job satisfaction. So management is an intangible force. Okay. So the next topic is objectives of management. Objectives of management. Okay. So management seeks to achieve certain objectives which are the desired results of any activity. So they have to achieve these objectives, which are already told. Management is goal oriented. The objective should be clear and simple. So the objectives of the organizations are classified as organizational objectives, social objectives, and personal objectives. So there are different objectives for different organizations. So they are classified as organizational objectives, social objectives, personal objectives. Now, what is this organizational objectives? Management sets and achieves some objectives where it considers the interest of all the stakeholders. The stakeholders you have in the business, you have the shareholders, you have the creditors, the employees, the customers, all their interests should be considered. Also, it should be to utilize the human and material resources to the maximum without wastage. So here the organization objects, we have 1, the survival, okay, 2, the profit, and the 3rd, growth. You have the survival, profit, and the growth. Now, what is this survival? Survival is being in the business, being in the market for a long-term period. In order to be in the market for a long term, you have to earn enough revenues. So, revenues should be able to cover the cost. Only then any business can survive for a longer period. Okay, so long-term existence of the business, that is called as the survival of the business. For this, you have to earn enough revenues which covers the cost of the organization. Next, you have the profit. What is profit? Profit is excess of income over the cost we see. So profit is a very essential It is the measuring rod of any business. So it is very essential. Earning profit is an incentive for the successful operation. This profit earned has to cover the cost as well as the risk. So profit is indispensable for every business. It is very important. It is a measuring rod. Higher the risk, you say, higher the profits. So this profit earned is the incentive for the successful operation. So profit earned should cover the cost as well as the risks. Then finally, you have growth. Okay. Growth, that is adding to the prospects of the organization. There should be growth of the organization, expansion of the organization, adding to the prospects of the organization. How can you measure growth? Growth can be measured in terms of increase in sales, in terms of increase in the employees in the organization. So that is the criteria how you can measure there is growth and expansion of organization. So all these are the organization objectives, or you can consider it as the economic objectives of the organization also. So first one, you have the survival, which means the long-term existence of the business, for which there should be enough revenues earned to cover the cost. Then you have the profit. Earning profit is an incentive for the successful operation and also for covering the cost and the risk. Finally, you have growth, which adds to the prospects of the organization. You need to expand. This can be measured in terms of increase in sales and increase in the employees. So the second objectives, social objectives, that is creation of benefit for the society. Creation of benefit for the society. What are those benefits created? Okay, what are those benefits created? That is using environmental methods of production. Okay, using environmental friendly method. Okay. Friendly methods of production, okay, and giving employment opportunities, to the disadvantaged sections of the society. Okay. Of the society, and providing basic amenities. Okay, providing amenities to the employees, like providing the employees kids with the crashes for the kids at the working time, so they are to the employees kids, some basic amenities which will be provided by the organizations. Okay. Finally, these will be taken up as a social obligation by the organizations. Okay, you have a box given there in your textbook regarding e-Choupal. That is, the ITC company has taken up this e-Choupal, where it helps the farmers, okay, farmers in marketing their products. where the middlemen, it eliminates the middlemen, and the farmers are given information about where they can market their agricultural crops without the middlemen involved, where they can get the seeds at a subsidized rates, or where they can get their inputs for carrying on cultivation. Okay, that is called as e-Chowpal. Chowpal is a place where in village the farmers get together. So the ITC company has brought about this mainly for the benefit of the farmers. Okay. Next, you have the personal objectives. The personal objectives are people involved in the organizations have a different personality and their needs are different. Okay. So different people with the different needs. So they have to be looked into. All the needs of these people in the organization have to be looked into. So the needs of the people can be classified as the financial need, the personal objectives, the financial needs. Okay, you have the social needs, and finally you have the higher level needs. Now, what is a financial need? Financial need of any person, of an employee, is the salary, the perks, the incentives which is important for them. That is the main purpose for which any person joins as an employee to the organization. So that is the financial need. Social need. Social need is the recognition of the employee in the organization, which is very much important. Okay. To have job satisfaction, you need to be recognized in an organization. So recognition sometimes is helpful more than the financial incentive. Okay. It will increase your status, it will increase your image when you are recognized in the organization. So that is the social need, recognition of an employee, okay, in the organization. Finally, you have the higher level needs. Higher level needs is the personal growth, okay, the personal growth or the all-round development of a person. So in financial need, you have the salary and the perks, the salary, the other incentive, perks. Okay. In the social need, you have the recognition, and in the higher level needs, it is the personal growth, or you say it as all-round development. All-round development of a person, where he can attend some seminars, workshops, and he can grow. So there is a growth in the person where he is being given training, he attends seminars where he excels in his skills and talents. Okay. So these are the objectives of management. As I've told, it is classified into 3 organizational objectives, and that we have 3 objectives which I've already told. It is survival, profit and growth. Then again we have social objectives, that is the social obligations of the organizations towards the society, where you're using environmental friendly methods of production, providing basic amenities to the employees, maybe medical education to the students, the financial help, crutches to the employees' kids, and giving employment opportunities to the disadvantaged sections of the society. You have the 3 points there. Coming to the personal objectives, it is classified into needs: financial needs, social needs and higher level needs. Financial needs is the salary and other perks or the incentives given. Social need is a social recognition, which is very much important in the organization, and the personal growth and the all-round development. So students, all these topics what is covered, okay. In the concept we have the meaning and definition, very important from the point of view of 1 and 2 marks. Then we have The difference between the effectiveness and efficiency, either again 1 or 2 marks. What is effectiveness, what is efficiency, or give 2 differences between these both. Then the main concepts, the characteristics, 4 or 8 marks concept it is. You have the objectives. Okay, characteristics, objectives, equally important.